Get up. Cook. An icy female voice interrupted Fang Mo's dream. Fang Mo opened his sleepy eyes dimly, and was instantly awakened by the beautiful and glamorous face in front of him. You, who are you, why are you in my room? Fang Mo stammered. Stand up. The cold girl directly lifted the quilt off. Boy, are you sleepy and confused? My sister doesn't recognize him anymore. Sister? Fang Mo was stunned. He only had one brother. Where did his sister come from? Fang Mo swallowed and looked at the girl in sportswear in front of him. She was really similar to his brother. Isn't his brother a big lady in women's clothing? Fang Mo's eyes slowly moved down from the girl's face. Damn it! Impossible, this is absolutely impossible for a man to bear the weight. Fang Mo looked around, only to realize that his bedroom had also undergone tremendous changes. The Kobe poster posted on the wall became a basketball star named Corey, and the J. Joe cassette in the bookcase became Joe Mew. Fang Mo was so nervous that he turned on his phone, searched the earth, and found no data. Suddenly his back was cold. Yourself. Actually crossed. This is no longer the Earth, but a planet named Aquastar. It is very similar to the Earth. Even Weibo and WeChat also exist, but Baidu no longer exists. It is replaced by Qiandu. In other words, this water blue star has the same place and different places as the Earth. I'll give you the last 3 minutes. If you don't cook anymore, you will die. The girl turned and left blankly. So fierce. This temper is exactly the same as his brother. Looking at the light back of my sister. So the question is this sister considered blood relationship with herself? Dirty. Is it the time to think about these things? Now I should figure out why I crossed, and what is the relationship between this world and the Earth. System. Come out faster. System. Get out. Shouted for a full minute without any response. Fang Mo wondered. Without a system and no gold fingers, what is the point of crossing over by yourself? Could it be the wish that he made on his 18th birthday, giving me a young lady, and it came true? But just give me a girlfriend directly, what's the use of giving me a sister? Fang Mo learned from the photo albums, text messages and WeChat in his mobile phone that his parents are the same as those on Earth. They look exactly the same. His father is Fang Gu and his mother is Zhang Yu. They are both archaeological experts, while his sister and brother are the same. Name, Zhang Min. Even his best friend Li Shaiji is on the WeChat friends list. Fang Mo walked out of the room and saw brother staring at him fiercely with her murderous gaze. This scene is too familiar. Fang Mo's parents are archaeologists. They either go out for a few months without going home if they have problems. Under the fist of his brother, Fang Mo has learned to stand since he was 6. Cooking on the bench. On the Earth, that's because Fang Mo couldn't beat his brother who was 3 years older than him and had to cook. Now, this beautiful sister is only 1.65 meters, her arms are fair and thin, and she looks like it is a setting that can't help but be overthrown. Fang Mo can finally be tough. Straighten your waist and exude an upright masculinity. No. Do. Even if I starve to death. I can't cook. The fragrance is blowing. My sister Zhang Min, who was sitting on the sofa, bounced up like a frog. Thump. Fang Mo. B. Fell to the ground. And many more. The script is wrong. Did I take the wrong script? Zhang Min raised her slender fingers high, and said coldly, do it. Or don't do it. Fang Mo wanted to struggle, and found that the woman had his hands clasped tightly. Fuck, this chick can grapple? God. Fang Mo was so desperate, he thought he would get rid of his brother's claws after crossing, but he didn't expect that the claws of his sister in this world were longer. If it wasn't for this woman's soft bones, Fang Mo really thought that this was his brother disguised as a woman. Men don't care about little women. It's not too late for a gentleman to take revenge for 10 years. I do. Jiang Min stood up proudly and sat back on the sofa. Cook more. Today, I boxed with Xiao Xian for a day and starved to death. Xiao Xian? Yan Xiao Xian? Yan Xiao Xian, who has been chasing her brother for 3 years, is actually the best friend of brother in this world? What kind of magic setting is this? Hey! Fang Mo shook his head helplessly, and started washing and cooking rice with ease. Suddenly, the whole house is shaking. Fang Mo ran to the living room to see what happened. Heads up! Jiang Min was very agile, rushed to grab Fang Mo's hand, pulled Fang Mo back, and then blocked Fang Mo with her petite body. Hey! The sling in the living room fell down and hit the ground. A lot of glass splashed on Jiang Min's calf, blood overflowing. Brother! Fang Mo shouted subconsciously. Jiang Min laughed angrily. What do you call me? Don't worry about my name, you lie down quickly, your foot hurts. Jiang Min didn't look any pain, and said very calmly, quick. Get out, it looks like an earthquake. The house was still shaking violently. It is clear that Jiang Min is just a girl, who is still like a brother, grabbing Fang Mo's hand and running desperately outside the house. Although her has changed, behind Jiang Min's cold and proud, the other side Mo's concern has not changed. The square of the community was full of people, and many people's faces were filled with astonishment and confusion, not knowing what happened. A childish voice screamed, "Look, it's Ultraman! Ultraman is here to save us!" Fang Mo raised his head and looked to the sky, only to see a huge pyramid-shaped meteorite dragging a long flame tail across the sky, and it was getting bigger and bigger, as if to destroy the whole world. Many girls screamed in fear, took out their mobile phones to turn on the beauty, and then took a video of the falling meteor, with the text, "Is the end here, what about my express delivery?" Yu reading www.uucananshu.com. Fang Mo wanted a man to protect his new sister. I just wanted to stand in front of my sister, who knew my sister put the 1.75 meter square mora behind her, and her voice calmly said, "Don't be afraid." Seems familiar. Fang Mo seemed to see that he was being chased by a big wolf dog when he was 7 years old, and his brother stood in front of him. He was also so calm, "Don't be afraid. There is a brother." Boom! A loud and deafening noise. Pyramid boulders scattered flowers are generally broken down into countless small meteorites falling down with a long light tail. A dozen white lights fell in Fang Mo's direction. Jiang Min stood in front of Fang Mo and opened his arms as if he was facing an enemy. "Get down!" However, too fast. A white light rushed directly into Fang Mo's body. Fang Mo not only didn't panic, but was ecstatic. The system came, and the cheats came. Haha! I knew that this crossing was not that simple. Everyone in the square was gone, and it was replaced by darkness. Zzz! Spaces split. A rotating black abyss appeared on Fang Mo's left, with 2 large characters Yilang displayed on it. The other is the galaxy that emits bright stars on the right, and it shows Xinggui. What? What the hell? Disheartened? This is too casual. I think you can even call you pleasant goat and big wolf. From the literal meaning, Xinggui represents the brilliance of the stars, while shining is light, cold is dying, as the name implies, light dies and darkness falls. Starlight and glimmer are similar to light and darkness. Wives choose light, men choose darkness. Fang Mo walked into the black abyss without hesitation. The darkness dissipated, and Fang Mo returned to the square. Fang Mo thought he went directly into the game. How come back to reality again? Fang Mo! Are you okay? Fang Mo was very energetic. Brother, that's not right. Elder sister, you may not believe it, I am the chosen person, your brother. I will soon become a Super Saiyan. Did you also get a spot in Dark World? Fang Mo looked at Jiang Min in embarrassment. What do you call you? Could it be that you? What's the situation? Fang Mo thought he was the only one who got the gold finger, so Jiang Min got it too. Okay, Jiang Min must have been blocking him just now, dipping into his own light. Soon, the whole community square became noisy. Did I have hallucinations? How can I hear someone talking in my head? It turns out that I wasn't the only one who heard it. What about the dark world, the quota, what is going on? Fang Mo's mouth twitched, thinking that he was the chosen one. He didn't expect so many people to get the spot, but from the live chat, not everyone has a spot, and it should be given out immediately. Ding! There was a crisp sound from the brain. A string of black numbers appeared out of thin air in the center of Fang Mo's vision. 59:59. 59:58. 59:57. Is really counting down. Jiang Min said solemnly, what kind of camp are you? I am Yiling. You. Jiang Min resisted his anger, what kind of cold would you choose as a sunny boy? Time is running out, hurry up and find the cold entrance. Sister, what camp are you then? Your enemy. Fang Mo. Fortunately, there was a hint. Fang Mo quickly found the direction of the entrance. Sister, time is running out, only half an hour is left, go find your camp entrance. I don't have to worry about you. After I saw you enter, I will look for it again. Jiang Min's face was frosty, without the slightest expression. Soon, Fang Mo found the entrance to a civic park. The center of the park was originally a fountain, but at this time the fountain was frozen like a small iceberg, and the icy frost wind made many square dancers retreat. Above the iceberg, there is a dark elliptical space entrance, which is elliptical no matter which direction it is viewed from, which is very magical. Some people who had obtained the spot of the glittering camp surrounded the entrance, but they were afraid to approach. After all this is too incredible. What if you can't get out if you get in? What if it will die? Until a 9-year-old elementary school student, a sprint climbed to the top of the fountain and made a victory sign, you bronze scum. Then the black light flashed, and the pupil disappeared instantly. Fuck, even elementary school students are in. I'm not as good as a schoolboy. The big deal is alive. A young man with a cigarette in his mouth and a yellow hair flew the smoke bomb, rushing into the fountain with one breath, and disappeared in the next second. Time is running out, only the last 20 minutes are left. If Jiang Min can't find the entrance of Xinggui, he will die. So Fang Mo must enter immediately. Sister. This is the first time Fang Mo called out this sister sincerely, I'm going in, hurry up and find your entrance. Fang Mo had no ink, squeezing the crowd and rushing to the top of the fountain. Whether to enter the game, a beep sounded in the brain. Enter. Fang Mo responded. In the next second, Fang Mo disappeared. After seeing his brother disappear, Jiang Min let out a sigh of relief, and his eyes became sharp, and he intercepted an ant riding a beloved motorcycle directly on the road. Do you know the dark world? Jiang Min said coldly. What world? You little girl, get out of the way, I'm anxious to go home and cook. Hey, what are you doing? Jiang Min pulled the ant from the motorcycle, and then took out a stack of cash. I'm sorry, time is limited, I can't explain. After finishing talking, Jiang Min increased the accelerator with both hands, reached the fastest speed, and drove directly in a certain direction. With a strong traction, Fang Mo fell into a downward spiral. Boom! Fang Mo fell heavily to the ground, and there was darkness and silence all around. A group of cold flames illuminates the surrounding area, and Fang Mo found himself on top of a ruin. Is surrounded by vague blood, full of corrupt blood. Row upon row of tall buildings collapsed horizontally, and the bodies of countless huge monsters piled up like a mountain. The walls are ruined and bleak. There is also a continuous fall of blood-colored waterfalls in the sky, which is chilling. Welcome to the dark world. I am Yana, the guiding angel of the glittering camp. A voice that couldn't hear anything came out faintly. An angel radiating black light flapped its black wings and appeared in front of Fang Mo out of thin air. Where is this? What is dark world? Fallen angel Yana's pair of purple pupils looked at the confused human in front of her, as if she had been used to it. She explained mechanically. This is the supreme demon temple of the glowing cold Kampazizare. Millions of years ago, it was destroyed in the ultimate battle with the demon of Xingui. The dark world is the world created by the heart of the universe, and your water blue star was darkened. The world is selected and becomes a new battlefield. The world will restart. A new demon god is about to be born. Destroy Xingui. It is the mission of every demon god to rebuild Azizare. Please create your game character. It seems that this is the game background of the dark world. Fang Mo suspects that these backgrounds are all bluffing. The most likely reason is that a certain god-level civilization in the universe is boring, and a game is created, and then the water blue star when humans are their free testers. It's like humans squatting on the ground and looking down at the ants, but the ants don't know they are being looked down on. A character model that looks exactly the same as Fang Mo appeared. Please adjust your character model. Players can fine-tune the game characters, up to 20%. For example, the height should be adjusted higher, the nose should be a bit taller, the eyes should be sharper, etc. Fang Mo touched his character model and sighed, what a handsome face, it is a work of God. No adjustments at all. No need. Ahem, yes, I adjusted my height from 1.75 meters to 1.8 meters. Character generation in progress. Fang Mo did not hesitate and shouted, the great devil. Damn! Which tortoise son dare to my name, don't let me meet you, or I will spread your ashes. Daddy devil! At the moment when the name was successfully named, Fang Mo felt his body float up suddenly, then collided with the character model and slowly merged. Don't come over. My first fusion should be a cute soft girl, how can I be myself? Fang Mo, cry. Guided NPC Yana to solemnly said, Daddy Demon King, next will be the most important Dark Totem awakening. Wait. What do you call me? Daddy Devil. Hey good girl. Yana. Fang Mo clearly saw a murderous glance flashing in Yana's purple eyes. Shall I go? This NPC can still kill players, right? If I get killed before entering the game, it would be too bad. Fang did not dare to molest the guiding angel anymore, and smirked, beautiful goddess, you continue to say. Yana said with a sullen face, and said coldly, Dark Totem is the biggest difference between the demon god and ordinary people. You must have the Dark Totem to absorb the soul orb and gain powerful skills, attributes, pets, etc. Then what are you waiting for? Help me wake up. It's not that I help you awaken, but you awaken yourself. Everyone's Dark Totem is different. There is one chance to awaken, which will affect your future upper limit. Fang Mo no longer smiled hippily, and got serious, then how can I awaken to a powerful totem? This is related to each player's own characteristics, and of course luck. Yana's body suddenly burst into black light, and a translucent sickle totem appeared above her head. Totem. Summon. The sickle totem instantly becomes a real sickle. Cut. Zzz. The sickle slashed into the void, tearing open the space, and a gap in the space opened. The chaotic space is linked behind this space gap. Before entering the space gap, the player maintains a strong belief. The stronger the belief, the more totems that can be seen, and the better the quality of the totem. Fang Mo stood in front of the gap in the space and did not enter for a long time. Just one last question, will you really die in the dark world? Yana smiled contemptuously, of course he will die. Do you think that the great demon created this world to entertain you humans? Death. Cold words. Fang Mo began to condense his belief, not to die. No matter what the price, I can't die. Great Dark Totem, if you can hear my voice, my only requirement is not to die. Fang Mo rushed into the gap of space with the belief that he could never die. Space changes, countless grey stars gather into a galaxy and surround Fang Mo. Fang Mo's body wanders in the galaxy like a soul state. These stars sometimes form a huge shield, sometimes become a huge sword, and even become a huge beast that is too big to see the edge. Yana's voice echoed throughout the galaxy. Totems are ever-changing, they can be weapons, shields, they can also be monsters, buildings, and even people. When you see a totem activated and lighted up, it means you can awaken. You have to seize the opportunity to concentrate. All faith rushes to the totem. Each player has only 1 hour to choose. Once you miss it, you will fall into this boundless galaxy and you will never get out. Fang Mo found that as his beliefs become stronger, the scope of the galaxy becomes larger, and the more totems appear around it, but the special ones are all grey and not activated. The dazzling light flickered, and a large sword carved with intricate patterns was activated. Fang Mo rushed towards the big sword subconsciously, but stopped midway. The big sword has a fart. Although I don't know the specific role of the totem, based on Fang Mo's experience in playing hundreds of games, the Great Sword Totem definitely increases the attack. No matter how high the attack is, the assassin will directly assassinate you when you sleep at night. Survival is the most important thing, even if you have 0 attacks. As long as you can live. Better than anything. Is there any totem of invincible armor, invincible defense, and infinite life? Like a phoenix. The phoenix can definitely be reborn. It is a pity, Fang Mo thinks too much. It is very difficult for 1,000,000 players to appear a person who can awaken the phoenix totem. It takes the last life to save the galaxy before awakening is possible. Fang Mo concentrated his mind and explored deeper into the galaxy. However, the deeper the exploration, the lower the chance of the totem awakening. In the outermost layer, you can occasionally see a few lit totems, all of which are grey in the innermost layer. There are only 3 minutes left. Over. Fang Mo realized that he was throwing sesame seeds for the watermelon, but the watermelon was not caught either. Once you don't awaken any totems, you can't get out. Fang Mo now has 2 choices: go back to the outermost periphery immediately, just find a totem to awaken. Second, go one way to the dark and explore deeper. What if there is a miracle? The vast starry sky, the vast universe. Fang Mo is located here, feeling how small he is. Not right. The script is wrong. He traveled from the Earth to Aquamarine. He was a traverser. This was different from everyone on Aquamarine. It was absolutely impossible to be so ordinary. There must be a miracle. Fang Mo was cruel, with an extremely strong belief that Lao Tzu is the brightest boy in the universe. It is absolutely impossible for Lao Tzu to die here. Absolutely not. Boom. The strong belief actually burned Fang Mo's soul, and Fang Mo's speed soared 10 times to the deepest part of the galaxy. Gayer there was a long, crisp cry. Fang Mo saw in the depths of the galaxy a phoenix totem composed of hundreds of millions of stars, the proud phoenix crown, the look of the proud stars. This is the totem I was looking for. Awaken me. I want to awaken. Rumbling. Fang Mo desperately rushed towards the phoenix totem, even if the phoenix totem was grey and not lit at all. Miracle. Show me up. An invisible barrier blocked Fang Mo, and Fang Mo was pushed away. The phoenix totem is close at hand, but you read www.yuyuganshu.com looks like a proud princess, only waiting for her true prince. Yana's cold voice sounded again, the last 10 seconds of the countdown. If the player hasn't had an awakening totem, he will be left in the gap of space. 10, 9. Fang Mo is totally ashamed. Where is there any belief? Where is the self-confidence of the traveler? The vast galaxy is all icy cold light. There was no gleam of light waiting for Fang Mo. There is no faith, no consciousness. Fang Mo's soul falls here like one of billions of stars. Yana seemed to have seen these greedy and insatiable humans, without any mercy, and continued the cold countdown, 3, 2. The whole world is quiet. Fang Mo seems to have waited for a century, never hear that sound. 1. Suddenly, the pendant on the neck emits a sparkling golden light. The dazzling light makes the entire galaxy dim, and the golden light can easily engulf the galaxy like a vast sea of stars. Fang Mo opened his eyes and looked at the pendant on his neck incredibly. This is Fang Mo's 10th birthday. His father from archaeological work prepared for Fang Mo's birthday. It is said to be a small stone that was brought back from the relics of the battle of the ancient Emperor Qi Yuzwalu. This stone is dark and dull. Shaped like a pyramid, only the size of a thumb, very ordinary. It is this ordinary stone that emits bright golden light at this moment. Whether to awaken totem? Fang Mo was stunned. This stone, is actually a totem? How could a stone on the earth be the totem of the dark world? Ha 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 ha. What phoenix? It turns out that the miracle lies on me. Awakening. Black light flashed, and Fang Mo came to a wilderness of yellow sand. The empty wilderness is full of players wearing grey cloth clothes and cloth pants. There are thousands of people. There can't be so many people in the country. From the map name Hidden Camp 23, there must be 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 100. It's really the same as online games, with different servers. From the perspective of age, more than half of the players are teenagers, a few are middle-aged, young children and the elderly are extremely rare, only a few sporadic. From this, it can be judged that the test quotas for Dark World should be mainly concentrated on young people. Is worthy of being a young man, his heart is big, and he didn't panic when he came to such a strange world, but was very excited. Isn't this the virtual real online game you dream of? It's so cool. This game seems to have no profession, the only difference is the totem. Look at my great sword totem, just ask if it's awesome. A player with the ID "Do you sell swords?" showed his totem. A translucent sword totem appeared on his head, looking very handsome. Brother, just your 12 grooves are also worthy of a sword? Let you see what a truly peerless sword is. The player with the ID of Sword Emperor turned on the totem, and a huge two-handed sword appeared on his head. A full 22 grooves aroused the envy of many players around him. Fuck, what a domineering sword, with 22 grooves, if it is activated in the future, isn't it invincible? The sword vendor was not convinced. The soil turtle, it is not called a groove, but a soul slot where the soul ball is placed. Do you think the more soul slots the better? I asked to guide NPCs. The more soul slots, the totem is activated. The more difficult it is. Sword Emperor, you are jealous of Lao Tzu. Even if I do not activate the totem, my totem talent is enough to kill you in seconds. After finishing speaking, Sword Emperor revealed his totem talent. Players cannot view each other's attributes, skills, and talents unless they actively disclose them. The totem of the giant sword shows the talent skills impressively. Sword Heart, two-handed sword gold quality, when equipped with two-handed sword, damage is increased by 50%. Seeing the golden talent, the player sword dealer hides his face in shame and runs away. He has the bronze talent. Many players around have disclosed their totem talents, but most of them are bronze, and a few are silver. This Sword Emperor is the only golden talent, and he does have proud capital. Fang Mo wouldn't be so stupid, he would expose his talents directly. These people seem to be in the same camp, so who is sure if they will become enemies in the future? Fang Mo carefully looked at this hidden camp. It was very empty, with almost no buildings, and very few NPCs. There were only a few shops with scattered tents, which seemed to sell weapons and potions. Brings up the game menu, there are only 3 options in total: totem, personal information, backpack. Check the backpack. A translucent backpack bar pops up out of thin air, which is very similar to online games. There are 20 compartments in the backpack, empty, and there is a N sign at the end. Click the plus sign. Fang Mo studied for a long time, but did not find the task prompt, nor the option to quit the game. Sure enough, many people who were not interested in the game tried to quit the game, and found that there was no option to quit the game, and they panicked. Damn! This game can't be quit. Mom, I want to go home, I do my summer homework. A 9-year-old elementary school student burst into tears in the crowd. Are we going to be locked in this ghost place forever? Although I like playing games, I don't want to play games forever. All the players who were excited and showing off just now were all in chaos. Collapsed, desperate, crying, one after another. Crying, crying, crying. I know crying, a bunch of useless ladies. Isn't it just a game, and it's done? Do you have an old iron team up with me, go out to kill monsters and explode equipment, such a fun game even if you play for a lifetime it's worth it. Spoke like a player with the ID named Big Steel Cannon. That's right, this is our opportunity. Others can't get in even if they want to come in. Sword Emperor agreed. Sure enough, with the leader, many people became courageous, teamed up with Big Steel Cannon, and decided to take a look outside the camp. There are 20-meter-high earthen walls built on all sides of the camp, and there is only a wooden gate in the north. There was a smell of corruption in front of the gate, and piles of bones piled into hills. It is conceivable that countless battles have taken place here. The guard in silver armor stretched out a large knife to stop the player. Summoners from another world, you are too weak to defeat the powerful monsters outside. Please go to the obelisk in the south of the camp for a novice trial, and wait until you are strong before leaving the city. Big Steel Cannon has anxious eyes. Who do you think is weak? Believe it or not, I will kill you. The power of the black bear. The big steel gun arm turned red and swelled like a boil, and his physique grew a full circle. A black bear totem appeared on the head of the cannon. Silver quality talent, black bear power, increase in physique, increase physical attack power by 20%, lasts 30 minutes, CD, 60 minutes. The guard shook his head. Yu reading www.yuyugonshu.com withdrew the broadsword. You want to die, I won't stop you. The wooden gate opened. Ding! Faction mission trigger. Faction mission, kill 100 monsters outside the camp. Current task. After completing the faction mission, all players can quit the game. Big Steel Cannon excitedly said, oh! Did you see it? I triggered the faction mission. You all have to thank me. Many players were overjoyed. I can leave after completing the mission. I was scared to death. What are you waiting for? Go out and kill monsters. When the players learned that death can be resurrected, they were all bolder and swarmed toward the outside of the camp. Fang Mo is the only player who did not leave the camp. If the task is to kill 100 monsters per person, Fang Mo will go out, indicating that the task is not difficult and needs to be completed by himself. But now there are thousands of players, killing 100 monsters together. It shows that the task is very difficult, and one by one rushed out to kill the monsters with bare hands. Isn't that a death hunt? Fang Mo decided to go to guard the obelisk in his mouth to test, and then decide whether to go out of the city to kill monsters. Are you still a man? You won't die. So scared. What a useless girl. Are you a trainee who has been practicing for 2.5 years? Just like that, I dared to name him Dad Demon King. It's a big laugh at Grandpa. Ha ha ha. Leave him alone, let's go on, I'm afraid he will pee his pants. Follow me and set off. Dagong Kano enjoyed the feeling of being embraced by everyone. Took nearly 1,000 players to the outside of the camp. The camp was even more desolate outside, and the wind was screaming. Some people with poor physical condition could not even stand steady and fell to the ground by the wind. Thousands of players have turned on the dark totem and activated their talents. They are mighty and confident. A girl with delicate bangs, with the idea of little strawberry fairy, whispered, "Brother Gang Pao, we have been walking for half an hour, why haven't we seen a monster?" The big steel cannon heard the numbing voice, and the power of the black bear almost couldn't stand it. Probably the monster was frightened by the master's domineering, and dare not come out. "Little fairy, do you want to see my domineering?" "Oh, you are so bad," the strawberry-flavored little fairy said shyly. Sword Emperor said uncomfortably, "This is the battlefield, not the place where you flirt and curse, can you stop disgusting people?" Big Steel Cannon scolded, "Little bee-boy, try one more sentence, believe it or not I will kill you." The strawberry-flavored little fairy pointedly said, "That's it, what's up to you, if it wasn't for Brother Gunbao, you are still crying in the camp." Flutter suddenly, a pile of sand exploded under the feet of the little strawberry-flavored fairy. One head was 3 meters long, and her body was covered with blood-red scales. Her back was covered with spines. There was only one front paw, and a monster with 10 hind paws came out. A blood-red word appeared on the monster's head: Dune Swordtail Lizard. Roar! The sand dune swordtail lizard opened its blood bowl and its mouth was shocking. The 2 rows of white fangs, like 2 iron saws, bit the strawberry-flavored little fairy into its mouth. 200 HP. 400 HP. 2 bites, the strawberry-flavored little fairy becomes a fairy-flavored strawberry. The big steel cannon was standing next to the strawberry-flavored little fairy. The blood splattered the big steel cannon all over her face. The big steel cannon was dumb as a wooden chicken. His pants were wet. Until the real monsters appear in front of the players wake up. This is not like an online game. You can kill the monsters by moving the mouse and keyboard. They need to kill the monsters by themselves. Dune Swordtail Lizard swept its tail. The tail is like a sword and directly cut off the legs of the cannon. What heart-piercing screams! The big steel cannon pained his forehead with cold sweat, and this monster that killed a fart was scared away just by looking at it. "Help me! Help me!" The cannon lost his legs and stretched out his hand to ask other players for help. When other players saw this posture, they even fart, all turned around and ran away. Flutter! 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 3 consecutive sand bursts. 3 sand dune sword-tailed lizards emerged from behind the players. Dare to believe that these monsters are wise, they deliberately led the players into the encirclement and wanted to kill them all. Sword Emperor, where is the domineering that I used to be alone? What golden talent! Even if the Sword Emperor was given a 2-handed sword now, the Sword Emperor did not dare to resist. The huge body of the sword-tailed lizard and the drooling mouth of the blood basin, just looking at it makes people tremble. The Sword Emperor rolled and crawled and fled desperately. The sword-tailed lizard dived into the sand dunes, the ground shook, and in the next second it came out from the foot of the Sword Emperor and bit into his mouth. 200 HP. Sword Emperor ordered 5 points of stamina, 500 lives, and did not die immediately. This is the most terrifying thing. The Sword Emperor was in the mouth of the lizard, watching the row of sharp teeth biting his body. A bite. 50 HP. Take another bite. 50 HP. Just bite and die alive. What the miserable cry was 10 times louder than when he was bragging. A burly middle-aged man with the ID Wei Yang. Wei Yang calmly said, "Don't panic, everyone. I'm a special soldier. Follow my command, these monsters have no more than 5,000 health points. We have thousands of people here, even if everyone's attack is only 5, one person can kill with 1 punch. A monster, this task is a faction task, as long as we work together to kill 100 monsters, we can leave the game. However, this special soldier is too naive. When ordinary people see such a brutal monster, their feet are already weakened in fear, and there is no courage to attack the monster." Wei Yang saw that there was no player responding to him at all, so he tried to escape for his life. Smiled relievedly. "Drink!" I saw Wei Yang shout, and a totem of a submachine gun appeared above his head. 10 points of strength, 5 points of agility, 5 points of stamina. Wei Yong is the only player who rushes towards the monster. Roar! The dune sword-tailed lizard had a pair of scarlet eyes locked on Wei Yong, as if mocking Wei Yong's behavior. Finish off! The lizard swept its tail, and the wind was yellow. Wei Yong didn't even have a trace of fear, and his talent for swift quickness opened. His body instinctively bounced up, and actually bounced up to a height of 2 meters, avoiding the tail of the lizard and sweeping. Punched directly on the eyeball of the lizard beast. 20 HP. Ang! The sword-tailed lizard wailed in pain and patted Wei Yong with one claw. Wei Yong is worthy of being a special soldier, and he can actually protect his head with his fists in midair. 50 HP. Boom! Wei Yong was severely slapped on the ground. The feet are shaking. Wei Yong reacted quickly, and his body rolled to the left. Flutter! Another sword-tailed lizard broke through the sand, biting empty. Okay, so awesome. The other players were dumbfounded. They were obviously players and novices. The name of Wei Yong was obviously much stronger than them. Wei Yong roared, "Did you see it? These monsters are not invincible, as long as we can group." Pump! The ground exploded again. Wei Yong, no matter how awesome, could not escape the siege of the 4 sword-tailed lizards. Before he had time to finish, he was pounced by the 4 sword-tailed lizards at the same time. 200 HP. 200 HP. The blood-red numbers floated up, and Wei Yong died on the spot. Such powerful special forces are dead, and they even fart. Thousands of players madly fled towards the camp, but their mentality has collapsed, their body movements have been deformed, and the monsters have not yet approached. Yu reading www.yuyugonshu.com has already fallen by themselves. Bite. Sweep the sword tail. Lap. Claws. Slaughter. Unilateral massacre. Screams one after another. Pain. Torture. Life is better than death. Thousands of players died, but only over 100 people escaped. The sword-tailed lizard dared not approach the camp. It seemed that there was a mysterious force threatening them in the camp and turned away. Woohoo, it's terrible, I will never leave the camp again. Is this really a game? This is hell. I want to go home. I want to go home. Ah! Several players who escaped by chance went crazy. Newbie Resurrection Square. The players who have just experienced the fear of death have not yet emerged from the shadow of death. The big steel cannon turned into a small water gun, and urine stains on his pants were faintly visible. The strawberry-flavored little fairy cried, "Useless things! Blame you, if it weren't for you, we wouldn't leave the camp." The Sword Emperor sat on the ground paralyzed, and gave up. "Just a fart, that monster has 5,000 health and 100 attack power, but for us, even if we all add strength, we only have 20 attacks. This is simply impossible." Mission. Just when all players fell into fear, despair, and helplessness, a game announcement appeared in front of all players. What? That escaped bullshit. Actually. Damn it. Let him board first. Come on, let's go and participate. Big Steel Cannon finally found an angry target for venting. "We are working hard in front, he steals the tower behind, don't let Lao Tzu catch him, Lao Tzu wants to kill him." When the Big Steel Cannon took all the players out to die, Fang Mo alone found the Tower of Trial in the southern part of the camp. This is an obelisk 20 meters high, with mysterious black runes all over the tower. There is a ring at the bottom of the tower. Fang Mo stood in the ring, and the familiar Yana's voice sounded again. "Please summon your own totem to activate the obelisk." Fang Mo connected the totem with his consciousness, and the 3-body totem flew out of his chest in an instant, and then dropped into the ring. The blue light is generous, and all the black runes of the obelisk turn blue to be activated. Grumbling, the ring under my feet turns. A blue light fell from the top of the head. Fang Mo disappeared. The next second, Fang Mo appeared in an empty square, about thousands of cubic meters. Yana's translucent body appeared in the air. Dad of the devil, cough cough. Yana's cold face showed an inexplicable blush. Fang Mo couldn't help but molested the NPC again. Why are you shy? It's not the first time I called anyway. Boom. A red lightning struck in front of Fang Mo. Players, please pay attention to your words, no matter how you dare to be disrespectful to me, I will. Yana originally wanted to say that Fang Mo was killed, but when she thought of her own guiding status, Yana held back. Just make me cool. Of course, he didn't dare to say that. This NPC obviously has his own wisdom. If he gets angry, he doesn't have any good fruits. Yana's tone returned to her coldness, and she read the prescribed lines, the most important thing in the dark world is to survive. The task of the novice trial is very simple. If you escape from the monster's pursuit and kill for 10 minutes, you will pass the novice trial task. The longer the time, the richer the reward. As soon as Yana's voice fell, a monster covered with green viscous liquid suddenly appeared in the middle of the square, with a mouth full of fangs, and a pair of blood claws 20 centimeters long. The blood-red name on the head of the monster ghoul LV10. HP, 5000 attack power, 100 attacks per second, 1 skills, bloodthirsty, movement speed, attack speed increased by 50%, lasts 10 seconds, CD, 60s. Fang Mo wondered, just this monster, do I still need to flee? Can I just kill it? Yana's expression couldn't be stretched again. Kill? With your attack power, can you kill it? Fang Mo understands that with the attributes of a novice, even with full strength, but only 20 points of attack, it is absolutely impossible to kill a monster with 5000 health. The purpose of this trial is to exercise the player's courage and avoid monsters. Fang did not believe in himself. Understood, let the trial begin. With a command from the system, irregular objects of various shapes appeared in the empty square space. Obviously, this is for the player to learn to use various obstacles to avoid. But, is it necessary? 3-body totem. Tree of life. Totem golden light and generous, like a golden tree hanging down countless branches on Fang Mo's body. Fang Mo's health changed from 2000 to 4000, then 4000 health generated 40 totem attributes. Fang Mo added all of these 40 totem attributes to his physical stamina. Instantly Fang Mo gained 8000 health. Fang Mo's health bar consists of 2 parts, one is the real life of 4000, and the other is the extra totem life of 8000. The 8000 HP formed a translucent golden shield around Fang Mo. Ghouls regained their freedom, and a pair of eye sockets without eyeballs released a strange blood, locking Fang Mo. Then, like a crazy wild dog, his limbs ran on the ground, and when he was 2 meters away from Fang Mo, he suddenly jumped up, his paws burst into bleeding and grabbed Fang Mo's head, as if he was about to burst Fang Mo's head. Boom! A muffled noise. 100 HP. A golden number floated above Fang Mo's head. Then the golden health bar of 8000 became 7900. The ghoul was stunned. He shook his head and looked at Fang Mo, as if looking at a monster. Although it has no intelligence, it has the instinct to attack. The human being in front of him is clearly weak and vulnerable. How could he be unharmed? Yana, who was hiding from the side peeking, was also silly. At this time, there are at least tens of thousands of Yanas who are guiding players in the novice trials. Even those with rare talents and powerful players in reality are chased and killed by ghouls. I have never seen any player standing still and letting a ghoul attack. Fang Mo stretched out his hand full of maternal love, and banged the ghoul the head. Little guy, don't work hard. Fang Mo knocked on the head of the ghoul. Yu reading www.yuuganshu.com 1 HP. Even if the attack is 0, the system will force a drop of blood. Ghouls feel a shame. Grinned, turned on the bloodthirsty state, and increased the attack speed by 50%. 1.5 attacks per second. Blood Claw Stab. Blood Claw Combo. Puff. Puff. Bloody claws are all over the sky, covering Fang Mo. Fang Mo's head was crazily floating with golden numbers. 100 HP. 100 HP. Fang Mo didn't choose to escape, but stood differently and let the ghouls attack, and the novice map could be resurrected. This was the perfect time to test his abilities. The ghoul attacked for a full minute, and finally emptied the golden blood bar. Seeing the ghoul is about to attack Fang Mo's body, Fang Mo found that his life force skill CD had improved. Plop. Thump. Fang Mo's heart speeds up, and a bold idea pops out, shouldn't it? Will it? This life force can be used unlimitedly, right? The power of life. Fang Mo releases his totem talent once again. Current life value is 4000, conversion totem attribute 40 points. Lying slot. Is this special? What a special thing! Isn't it invincible? Ha ha ha! I really can't die. Fang Mo once again added all 40 totem attributes to physical stamina. In an instant, the golden life shield surrounded. Boom! The ghoul attacked Fang Mo. The golden numbers floated up. Fang Mo stretched out his and performed the classic Shendao action, come here. Can't calculate. Ghouls attack once every second, 60 times a minute, turn on the bloodthirsty attack, increase the attack speed by 50%, last for 10 seconds, 10 seconds can attack 15 times, in other words, up to 65 times a minute, attack power 100, 6500 life. And Fang Mo's life force CD is 60 seconds, which means that even if Fang Mo stands here for a day, the monster can't kill himself. Yana, what did you just say? The longer you persist, the richer the rewards. I want to see which player in the country can last longer than me. Yana. Yana performed her own duties, uploaded Fang Mo's trial data, and asked one of the 5 Protoss of Dark World to be responsible for the data alpha. Is this a bug? Feedback given by Alpha, unable to analyze. Yana's eyes were dull, she almost crashed due to a program error, unable to analyze, what the hell? Even if Alpha Protoss calculates all the data of a galaxy, it will not go wrong. How can it be impossible to analyze a small trial data, unless this player called Fang Mo exceeds Alpha's calculation rules, but is it possible? The original omnipotent Protoss also has unsolvable problems. Ah! Yana smiled inadvertently. It was this smile that made Yana different from countless other Yana with the same procedure. Fang Mo didn't know, because of his strangeness, the program that guided him. Yana embarked on a strange beginning. At this time, Fang Mejang was so excited that he raised his Wang's small fist, punching the ghoul's head with one punch. 1 HP. 1 HP. Invincible is so lonely, he wants to fight back, he wants to punch the ghoul to death. Ticking ticking. The trial timer is spinning fast, 00, 02, 5800, 02, 5900, 03, 00. The life force CD has improved again. This time, Fang Mo became smarter. Instead of adding all 40 attributes to physical stamina, he added 33 points to physical stamina and 7 points to strength. Ghouls can cause up to 6500 damage per minute, 33 points is 6600 life shield. Just to resist, the ghoul looked unlovable and attacked Fang Mo mechanically. Boom! 93 HP. Fang Mo just remembered that power not only increases attack, but also increases resistance. Fang Mo check his own attributes, attack power 7, physical resistance 7. With Fang Mo's mathematical sense of smell, I feel that there is an optimal plan for the distribution of this attribute point, which can make Fang Mo lose the least blood per minute without harming his body. But I came to play games, not to take exams. Fang Mo was too lazy to forget, and punched the ghoul in the neck. Death to Lao Tzu. When the sound is clear and sweet. 14 HP, so the weakness of this ghoul is the neck. Fang Mo turned on the military training mode with a ghoul's neck, left uppercut, right uppercut, combined punches. When the sound of smashing bones makes people feel comfortable. Trial timing 8 minutes and 13 seconds. With the sound of bones falling apart. Ghouls. He was beaten to death by Fang Mo. 5000 HP. I was beaten to death like this. Yana floated in the air, as if she had already seen no surprises. Successfully kill the ghoul, experience plus 1000. The system prompted Desling. Fang Mo was promoted to 2 levels, reaching level 3. Fang Mo opened his backpack and tried to open the treasure chest. Well, I'm probably afraid that if I get the reward, I won't achieve the goal of the novice trial. View properties. Devil Papa leave 3 power, 0 plus 7 agility, 0 intelligence, 0 physical fitness, 20 plus 3 without hesitation, there is no choice. Fang Mo adds physical strength. Physical stamina becomes 28, HP is 5600, life force can now generate 56 attribute points at a time. Fang Mo himself felt that this was a little bit perverted. This was only level 3, and the attributes were so strong. If it were level 10 or level 100, it would be unimaginable. But Fang Mo was not proud. He noticed that he was the 156th person to kill the trial monster in the entire server. In other words, there were 155 more abnormal people before him. If you have fighting skills in reality, know how to dodge, block, etc., you should also be able to kill ghouls. The premise is to overcome fear. As a normal person, seeing a grinning ghoul will feel a little scared. But Fang Mo will not, because he is not an ordinary person, he is a traverser. He even regards Aqua Star as a game. 1 minute passed. Fang Mo shouted into the air, Yana? What's the situation? What's strange? Nonsense. I am brave and martial, of course choose hard mode. With such a thick blood, can monsters beat me to death? Hum. 2 black lights. On the central disk of the square, 2 ghouls suddenly appeared. I go? 2? 1 ghoul can destroy 6500 HP in 1 minute, and 2 is 13,000. Fang Mo quickly added all 56 totem attributes to his physical stamina. Surrounded by warm golden light, Fang Mo's health value becomes 5800 plus 11200. Things are a bit bad now. His own life shield is only 11,200, that is to say, Fang Mo cannot stand still and let the monster fight like before. Once his true life is reduced, his totem attribute will also be reduced, and then the golden shield will be little change. Such a vicious circle. You read www.yuyuganshu.com until he was killed by a monster. Hey! The 2 ghouls grinned and rushed towards Fang Mo quickly, flowing with corrupt and unpleasant green mucus. Mom! Without any preparation time, is this the beginning? Fang Mo is no longer the noble Athens before. Just run. At least, I need to avoid 2 ghouls' 18 attacks within a minute to be safe. Fang Mo was very curious, how did those people with only a few hundred lives pass this level? Fang Mo used a 100 meter sprint speed to escape towards an obstacle 20 meters away. Fang Mo wanted to hide behind the obstacle. However, as soon as Fang Mo ran a few steps, he was shocked to discover that this ghoul was faster than himself. And much faster. It took less than 2 seconds for the 2 ghouls to chase after Shang Mo, and his mouth snorted with excitement. Puff! 100 HP. 100 HP. Fang Mo was flanked by 2 ghouls. But the golden shield blocked the attack. Fang Mo was unscathed. When the 2 ghouls saw that their prey was not injured, they suddenly became furious, turned on the bloodthirsty state, and their blood rose. Attack speed and movement speed are fully improved. Fang Mo couldn't even catch up with the normal speed of a ghoul, let alone a bloodthirsty state. Pounce. Claw. Bite. The two ghouls used all their best and attacked frantically. Fang Mo tried to evade, but the action was too slow. After all, he was just an ordinary human. How could he be a ghoul opponent who made a living by killing? Is it? The trial is about to fail. Fang Mo's face showed a solemn expression for the first time. It seems that he was too confident before. This talent is not invincible. Without agility to provide speed, no power to attack monsters, he is a sandbag that can only be beaten and waited for death. Fang Mo even wanted to survive for a minute. The next time his life force was all agile, maybe he could get rid of the ghoul's attack by speed. But soon, Fang Mo denied this plan. The mission of the hard mode is no longer to survive, but to kill all monsters. Even if you really have all the agility, speed is faster than the ghoul, but he still has no attack power. As long as he is attacked by the ghoul once, then your true life will be reduced, and at that time, you will also be worn to death a little bit. It is still necessary to add blood, the original intention remains the same, the most important thing is that nothing is alive. It would be great if I could get rid of the ghoul's attack, even for a few seconds. However, the speed of this ghoul was so fast that Fang Mo could not escape the blood claws of the ghoul even after exhausting the power of milking. Click. Fang Mo's brain flashed back like a slide, and a picture suddenly appeared. That was the dialogue that appeared when Fang Mo and his good friend Li Xiaoji played live football. Master Jet. You cheated. This is impossible. My Nimmer speed is 95, and your Wu Lei speed is only 80. Why can't you catch up with you? Ha ha ha, the game value is only indicative of player ability, not player ability. There is one thing called rhythm. If Wu Lei competes with Nimmer for a 100 meter sprint, I believe Nimmer will definitely win, but if Nimmer catches up Wu Lei, that is not necessarily the case, because the faster you are, the greater the inertia you will have to stop. I only need to use constant shifting to constantly disrupt your rhythm, so that I can easily leave you behind. Rhythm. Fang Mo suddenly realized. He wanted to escape, so he sprinted with all his strength, but there was no rhythm, and the ghoul, who was faster than himself, could easily catch up with him. If you want to get rid of the ghoul, you have to master the rhythm of speed. There are still 30 seconds left, Fang Mo's life shield is only 5000, and if he doesn't get rid of the ghoul's attack in the last 30 seconds, he will undoubtedly die. Welcome to the international version of live football, I am the commentator Wang Tao. Fang Mo felt his soul protector at this moment, imagining that he was Wu Lei on the football field, and these two ghouls, one is Nimmer and the other is Messi, come to break the head on your neck. Speed up the sprint. Fang Mo suddenly broke out at his fastest speed and sprinted 2 meters ahead. However, how could the speed of Nimmer and Messi allow Wu Lei to surpass? The start speed and reaction speed are both top-notch, and the speed is full immediately, and in the blink of an eye, he has rushed to both sides of Fang Mo and aimed at Fang Mo's head. Intercept. Fang Mo stopped suddenly. The two ghouls also stopped suddenly, or they rushed past. Fang Mo turned around at the moment the two ghouls stopped, and accelerated in the opposite direction. The two ghouls instantly realized that they had been hit, and wanted to change direction to pursue, but due to the inertia of the sprint, the adjustment of the direction was delayed by 0.5 seconds. Was this rare and precious 0.5 second, which allowed Fang Mo to catch his breath and escape from the chase in the opposite direction. The two ghouls turned and pounced angrily. Didn't expect Fang Mo to tilt his body 45 degrees and change direction diagonally toward the other side, just like a player who changes direction repeatedly on a football field, directly getting rid of the defender. Got rid of twice in a row, even if the ghoul's physical condition is good, it will start to accelerate again. It is already a second later, and Fang Mo has already got rid of and appeared 5 meters away. Great! Haha, Great! If Fang Mo relied on perverted talent to break the novice trial, then this time he completely relied on his own operation to get rid of the attack. Unfortunately, Fang Mo hadn't been proud for long. The two ghouls chased up again, and in order to avoid the sprint being turned away too fast, the two ghouls actually retained a part of their speed. Nima, can't afford to play, this monster still has self-adjustment and optimization. Fortunately, Fang Mo has a golden blood shield and has a great fault tolerance rate. Fang Mo does not need to change direction to accelerate every time, as long as he succeeds once 10 times, he can guarantee his survival rate. Was so hard to get through the last 3 seconds, pong. A crisp sound. The golden blood shield that has never been broken is shattered for the first time. Fang Mo's body without any defense was exposed in front of the two ghouls. As long as they were attacked by the two ghouls, Fang Mo believed that even if he didn't lose much blood, he would definitely be in pain. Hey! The two ghouls were so excited that they were licking their blood claws, and they could taste the fresh flesh immediately. Fight! Fang Mo used all his power to accelerate and get rid of the attack range of the ghoul. And how could the ghouls get caught? They didn't accelerate with all their strength to prevent the change of direction from being too late to adjust. They followed Fang Mo, waiting for the opportunity to move, brightening the bleeding claws. Seeing Fang Mo was about to be overtaken, Fang Mo suddenly stopped. Zzz! The eyes of the two ghouls were shining, as if they were laughing at Fang Mo, and the bug trick wanted to lie to us. However, Fang Mo stopped anxiously and did not change his direction. Instead, he ran into the ghoul face to face. The ghoul was shocked for half a second. I have never seen this routine. After all, it's just a monster with low intelligence, where is there any time to think? Pounce! Two ghouls locked Fang Mo, and the blood claw swept across. Saw 10 blood claws about to pierce Fang Mo's belly. Fang Mo's body plummeted suddenly, just like the sliding shovel action of a football, sliding and shoveling past the two ghouls. Perfectly avoid the attacks of ghouls. UU reading www.yuyugonshu.com. However, the sliding shovel action has one of the biggest drawbacks. After sliding shovel, the body loses the center of gravity and gets up very slowly. When Fang Mo got up, the two ghouls had already killed a carbine. Ah! Fang Mo smiled contemptuously, you guys. Too weak. Life force. As soon as the blood claws of the ghoul touched Fang Mo's skin, the CD of life force improved. Fang Mo directly added all 56 attributes to physical stamina. In an instant, Fang Mo's skin had a golden blood shield. Bang bang! 2 dull attacks hit the blood shield. Fang Mo was unscathed. Come again. I am not afraid of you anymore. With the previous round of evasion experience, Fang Mo already knows how to attack ghouls. Speed up, change direction. Stop and pull. Slide shovel. Fang Mo perfectly applied the action of the live football game here. In the 1-minute offensive and defensive duel, Fang Mo had not been attacked by the ghoul for 10 seconds. Carry on. Life force. Come again. Again and again. Round after round. 2 hours later. Fang Mo is so proficient that he can get rid of the ghoul in 30 seconds, so that the ghoul cannot touch his own hair. But Fang Mo is still not satisfied. Practice. Keep practicing. 10 hours later. Yana appeared in the sky above the novice trial, and saw Fang Mo like 2 dogs strayed. The speed was fast and slow, and the body was constantly changing to accelerate and decelerate. The ghouls were played around and could only eat Fang Mo. Exhaust. I seem to underestimate this little guy. He is more interesting than I thought. Fang Mo named this set of escape steps. This was Fang Mo's first combat technique. Use a series of rhythm changes such as sudden stop and change direction, acceleration, speed change, and fake actions to get rid of the enemy's attack. It's useless to escape for your life. In difficult trials, you need to kill all monsters. As soon as Fang Mo stopped and was just facing the ghoul, he would be cruelly beaten by the ghoul. Fang Mo's totem has a health value of 11,200. Even if he can stand the crazy attacks of two ghouls without moving, he can withstand 50 seconds. Fang Mo decided to use these 50 seconds to learn to dodge. Fang Mo first used the Devil's Steps to get rid of the ghoul's attack. After 10 seconds, Fang Mo stopped running away. It was a man, just facing him. Claw on the left. Fang Mo's eyes were still very good, and he saw a ghoul sweeping from left to right with claws. Fang Mo immediately bent down and lowered his head, trying to avoid the claw attack. However, his thoughts were good, but Fang Mo's body couldn't keep up with his thoughts. Puff! The sharp blood claw leaves 5 claw marks on the life shield. Intermediate. The other ghoul directly pierced Fang Mo's stomach. Fang Mo has played countless games and has a wealth of theoretical knowledge, knowing that this trick requires his body to flash horizontally into an afterimage to escape. Puff! Too naive, Fang Mo is just an ordinary person after all, how could he be faster than a ghoul? 1 minute. 10 minutes. 30 minutes. Fang Mo was severely beaten by capitalism, and a successful dodge did not appear. Every time I just caught the ghoul's movements, it was too late for the body to dodge. Wrong. There must be a problem with the way you dodge. His agility attribute is 0, and it is almost impossible to avoid ghouls by speed. I can't rely on my eyes to catch the attack position of the ghoul, but it should be a prediction. Fang Mo suffered another 2 full hours of mixed doubles, and finally concluded that the ghouls attacked regularly. There are up to 8 attack positions for ghouls. A straight stab. 4 kinds of oblique thorns. 2 kinds of horizontal thorns. 1 kind of flutter. When I saw the attacking movement of the ghoul, I was already unable to dodge, so I had to learn to predict it. Before the ghoul movement came out, I had already predicted the direction in which the ghoul would attack. Make a dodge. Before the pounce, the ghoul has a stepping action, which is the best judgment, and the way to avoid the pounce is to roll to the left and right. Before stab, move the wrist first. Before the diagonal stab, move your shoulders first. In addition, a small movement of the shoulder is an oblique stab from bottom to top, and a large movement is an oblique stab from top to bottom. Coming. Left shoulder drastically. That is a diagonal stab from top left to bottom right. Fang Mo didn't wait for the ghoul to make a diagonal stab, and his body had already tilted 45 degrees in advance. Puff! The ghoul really made a slanted blood thorn, like 5 diagonal lines, exactly parallel to Fang Mo's leaning body. Hit it! Ha ha ha! Lao Tzu is really a genius. What a player! This is the hardcore. At first, Fang Mo played a game called Sekiro. In order to defeat Wuxinjian Sheng boss, he played it for a full week and played thousands of times. It would have collapsed a long time ago when changing ordinary people, but Fang Mo became stronger as he killed him, and finally mastered all the game skills. Precisely because of his experience in countless games, Fang Mo didn't feel boring in the face of trials, but wanted to make himself stronger. Be stronger. Fang Mo was immersed in boring exercises, hour after hour. From the beginning, I could only dodge a few times a minute, to slowly dodge most of the attacks of a ghoul, then I can dodge all the attacks of a ghoul, and the last 2 ghouls attack at the same time. Fang Mo also can find flaws. And Fang Mo is not a rigid dodge, but a combination of dodge and the devil's pace, making the ghouls tired of chasing, stopping their attacks, and losing their center of gravity. 10 hours later, the 2 ghouls could not even touch a single hair of Fang Mo. Fang Mo didn't even need to observe the ghouls specially, he could dodge most of the attacks based on his instinct. Achievement? I didn't expect this game to have an achievement system. Fang Mo opened his personal attributes, and sure enough, there was a new option achievement. Click in and take a look. Wow! Achievements actually have special effects? The so-called passive dodge rate means that even if Fang Mo is motionless, there is a 1% chance to automatically dodge an enemy's attack. It generally refers to a physical attack. Magical attacks cannot be evaded. The damage taken by the copper wall and the iron wall is 1%, which means that 100 damage actually causes 99 damage. This is too shabby. But it's better than nothing. If you attack a big boss and damage tens of thousands in one attack, then 1% will also have 100 points of damage reduction. Fang Mo noticed that both achievements are level 1, which shows that the achievements also have levels. The higher the level, the higher the attribute. Although it was boring, Fang Mo tried to make it happen. Fang Mo practiced dodge for 30 seconds, standing still and letting the two ghouls fight for 30 seconds, just like this, alternately brushing two achievements. I don't know how long has passed, 10 hours? 20 hours? Fang Mo has no time concept. Reading www.yuyuganshu.com has no hunger, thirst, and full of energy in the place where novices are trying. If you want to change to reality, even if the robot continues to fight for dozens of hours, the body will be broken. In these dozens of hours, Fang Mo's devil's pace and dodge have been thoroughly practiced. Although Fang Mo's agility attribute is still 0, the game data does not represent the real situation. Fang Mo obviously felt that his body's reaction speed and movement speed were much faster than when he first entered the trial ground. In order to increase the difficulty of the game, Fang Mo even closed his eyes to judge the location and attack direction of the ghoul by hearing. Of course, Fang Mo is not a god. After closing his eyes, he basically can't hide, but Fang Mo forcefully increased the difficulty. Keep your eyes closed. Until I heard a pleasant sound. I'm exhausted, the speed of the two ghouls is still too slow, no, change to a higher level of difficulty and improve efficiency. Two babies, you have been working hard, now it is my turn to abuse you. Fang Mo accelerated step by step, stepping on the devil's pace, flicking horizontally to the left and diagonally to the right, avoiding the flanking attack of the two ghouls, and then opened his bow from the left and right, smashing his fists directly on the head of the ghoul. When. Two crisp sounds. 1 HP. 1 HP. Cool. Haha. Let me slowly torture you to death with one punch and one punch. Click. For the first time, the bodies of the two ghouls stepped back half a step at the same time. Are they scared?